6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Welcome.
Just clicking around like an idiot and not clicking the right thing. Hi guys.
I'd say how's it going, but it's pretty obvious.
I was multitasking and I've gotten less and less good at that. Well, ever since my hysterectomy, to be perfectly honest. That's when my brain just kind of fell out of my head. So, yeah. But I'm here now. So,
okay.
There you go.
Good for that. You have a good day.
Yeah.
So you had the baby today.
We sure did. We did have a good day. She's so cute.
Well,
she is 3 months old today.
She's got the wildest hair that will not lay down, no matter what.
Yep. Yeah, it will not. She has a big old mohawk all the time, which is just so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, super fun.
So, yeah, it's really fun to have her. And she's just doing really good. So, it's awesome.
Wonderful. We went and drove through the wildlife park this afternoon.
Oh, fun.
Oh my gosh, the wolf cubs are getting so big.
Aww.
Wolf pups. I don't think they're cubs. They're pups. The wolf pups. Their little paws are enormous. They are just getting huge. Wow. So anyway, that was fun. Yeah, beautiful day. Beautiful day
very
here.
Hard to hear me. Let me see if I got turned down, because that would just make sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not turned down.
Well, then speak up, damn it.
Right? Let me make sure I'm coming through on the right thing, though, because this is the kind of day I'm having.
You sound perfectly fine to me, but...
Okay. And I am on the right mic, too. So maybe I just need to speak the hell up. That's probably the problem.
Quit mumbling.
Right?
EH said that she saw a mama skunk with 2 babies cross the road in Vermont today. They are the cutest, right? Oh.
They are.
I had a friend years ago that was babysitting a baby skunk and a baby raccoon for her daughter-in-law. And I got to go and meet them and play with them. And the skunk was wild. They are not like, I think when we just interact with a lot of cats and dogs, you interact with other animals, and that's kind of what your reference point is. But not the same. Not the same.
Well, they're rodents, aren't they?
I don't know. But she was doing a lot of snuffling and shuffling around, sniffing everything, every nook and cranny. She'd give her snacks and treats and she'd hide them and stuff. And she made these funny little noises. Oh, she was darling. Absolutely darling.
Fun.
Yeah. I don't think I would ever have a skunk or a raccoon as a pet. I babysat a raccoon once. That was a hard pass for me. She bit my baby and had to go back. But, or he bit my baby and had to go back home. But,
he was very naughty.
Oh, he was so naughty. There were footprints on the ceiling in my bathroom from him for years because he poured all of his water in his litter and made a paste out of it and then just my whole bathroom. Well, I had the nerve to go to the grocery store. Yeah. I would say no on wild animals in the house. Just no.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yep.
Am I okay volume-wise, guys? Just tell me. Let me know. I'm turned all the way up, and my mic is showing that I am, but look, RJ said I was hard to hear me. Maybe I just wasn't talking loud enough.
Maybe so. I also love baby possums. Every video I see of baby possums, I love them. If we had possums here, I would be a possum rescue lady. I just know it.
I saw a video on TikTok today of a kitty that had taken on some possum babies and was packing possum babies around on her back.
I saw that too, and it was precious.
It was so cute.
And yet people who live where there are possums say unpleasant things about them, and I think y'all are lying because they are too cute to be naughty.
I don't know. They kill everything. They eat everything gross. We don't have possums, no.
Mm-mm.
We have a lot of raccoons. We have a
Hmm.
lot of other like rodenty type things, but we don't.
Yeah.
No possums.
My two biggest regrets. We don't have possums and we don't have fireflies.
No, we don't.
So
And that's
boo
because it's
on
too damn
both of
cold here.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Leanna. Recovering from wisdom teeth removal and enjoying her jello while watching this. Oh, babe.
Oh,
Get feeling better. Yikes. Worst.
thoughts and prayers, ma'am. That is so.
Hmm.
Mine was so long ago,
Yes.
and I still think no, it's still a bad memory.
Yeah.
Are possums and opossums different? I have no idea. That is a good question.
I'm not really sure either.
Is it just two ways of saying the same animal's name? I genuinely don't know.
We don't have them, so we don't know.
We live in Idaho. Barbara, we live in Idaho.
Yeah. We're not terribly far from Yellowstone.
No.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have, elk and deer and moose and grizzly bears and bison
I get an occasional moose in my yard, but
Mhm.
and deer sometimes, which is weird for I don't know why they come here, but they do. I'm Cinderella, only different. I don't know. Or Snow White. I don't know. I'm a Disney princess, god damn it.
Oh, Kathy says they are the same animal. Okay.
Okay.
Well done.
Alrighty.
Opossum is the correct term.
Oh.
Right. But it just feels very weird to say opossum, so I just say possum. Is that
Maybe if you lived
called
there.
possums spelled opossums?
Well, maybe if you had when they're chewing through the wires of your car or something, you would say, "Oh, possum."
Oh,
That's what I think.
Yeah. That makes sense. That does make
Well,
sense.
there is a lot of crime to talk about because,
There
crimers
really
just
is.
keep on criming. Let's dive right in with Lori Vallow because, why wouldn't we? Trina K has had it. She's just had it. She's like, Lori, you are
Yeah.
the dumbest, saltiest bitch on the planet. And you know what? I can counter you. I'm sure she just puts her feet up with a glass of wine and chuckles at this stuff and goes, okay, bitch, here we go. Because, well, why wouldn't she? So after that big handwritten nonsense that came in a few days ago, Trina K said, all right, fine. You want to object to my request to seal your medical records? Then I think we should unseal them and let the whole world see them. Since you want to act like that. So she
told
said
the judge to go ahead and deny it.
Yeah. So Trina said, all right, bet. She said the state of Arizona, through undersigned counsel, submits for the record that the state is not in possession, remember all of that slander, of any of the defendant's medical records. All information relating to the defendant's medical diagnosis comes from the defendant stating facts on the record or from Joseph Vigil on behalf of Correctional Health Services in a filing or on the record. If the defendant objects to sealing the state's response to defendant's motion for new trial, then the court should deny the state's attempt to protect the defendant's personal medical history and make the state's response to defendant's motion for new trial available for the public to view. Thank you, Trina.
She's had enough of this bitch's bullshit.
And Judge Bresky, please do so. I'll even put
Please.
on the wig. I will. I promise.
Come on, man. I will put on the cop hat.
I'll let
I will
Kristi
bring the
tase
rack
me.
belt remote again.
Yes.
We'll be in there.
Yep. Absolutely. Have we given our thoughts on the Koberger plea? We have, but for the record, we're really comfy with it. We feel like this is going to save a lot of trauma throughout our communities. We feel like will save a lot of trauma for the families long term. I mean, we know some of the families are really unhappy about it, and that's entirely their prerogative to feel however they feel. But yeah, just from Idahoans, I'm very good with it. And no appeal, no chance of appeal. Hell no yes. Appeals. Yep.
I mean, Idaho is famous for, letting people sit on death row for 40 or 50 years. So it's not like Koberger was going to be executed anytime soon anyway. No. And honestly, I'm very anti-death penalty myself, so I really didn't care for him to get it in the first place. But justice has been done. They found him. They have a guilty plea. They're going to sentence him, and he'll go away forever. I mean, that's what matters.
Hmm. Yep. So, yep, we are thrilled. And frankly, I am grateful for everyone. And this is a huge aside because we are nothing in the true crime. We are nothing in the crime world. We are true crimers, right? We follow
Hmm.
things. We don't get to insert ourselves, but we can have opinions. I'm
Hmm.
grateful for all of us that we don't have to sit through that trial. It was going to be a nightmare. I am
I am
very
too.
grateful that no jurors have to sit through that trial and have their
Right.
lives changed forever and upended by this.
Nobody has to see those crime scene photos, those
Yep,
autopsy photos. Like,
yep,
yeah.
we'll take it. Kristi, talk to us about Barry Morphew.
Oh, this jackass right here.
Barry F.
Barry
Morphew.
Morphew.
Yeah.
Barry F. Morphew. So, he was arrested a while back and is sitting in jail on a $300 million, or yeah, no, $3 million bond. It's not 300, it's 3 million. Um, and he is awaiting his next hearing, which is coming up not until September. His attorney said they're going to be challenging that bail. I'm like, yeah, good fucking luck. Give it your best shot, man.
You do
Um,
that.
some other interesting things that we have been learning. One is that old Barry has been living in Arizona using, for some reason, two different aliases. Most people knew him as Lee Moore. Um, Someone else knew him as just Bruce. He would come into a bar that he worked at, that this guy was the bartender at. And he called himself Bruce.
Just Bruce. It's like Madonna, only
Just
different.
Bruce.
Yeah.
And he kind of walked up and tried to hit on a woman in a bar. And she said, "Aren't you Barry Morphew?" Because,
Because he
your
is
face
Barry
has been all
Morphew?
over the internet, like, sir. And he went, "No, I think you have me confused with someone else." And then he brought up someone who vouched for him that his name was actually Lee Moore.
Oh
Said
my
woman
God.
did not believe him. I thought that was so funny. Like,
I love her already.
oh, right?
And also,
Uh,
no on dating for you, bro. No.
no, like, you banned for life.
Hmm.
So he's been living in Cave Creek, Arizona, since the murder charges in 2022 were dropped. He's been living in a trailer court, working self-employed as a landscaper, although he's not actually licensed or anything in Arizona to be doing such work.
Hmm.
Um, and has just kind of been, hanging out, going to bars, being Lee,
I
apparently, or
see what
Bruce,
you mean.
depending on where you might come across him. Now, we know that he was a landscaper, an independent contractor in Colorado. He wasn't licensed for any of that in Arizona because, then he'd have to tell him his real name.
Yeah. Huh.
It is, he definitely didn't want anybody to know who he was. Um,
I wonder if his
but,
daughters have been like
that's,
sneaking in to visit him or like, I mean, not that people would probably
or,
recognize his daughters anyway, but like how
right,
deep did this alias situation go?
right. I think that's just like what he told people publicly.
Hmm.
Because he was just sort of working, a little
On
bit here and
stuff,
there, doing
maybe.
some
Yeah.
landscaping and doing it on his own. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Hmm.
Let's see. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, something else that they have determined in doing forensics on Suzanne's remains is that her body was moved at least once and likely twice
Wow.
before it got to the location where her remains were discovered. It's her remains are almost all skeletal at
Yeah.
this point, and her bones were bleached, like they've been out in the sun.
Right.
Except that where they found her, she was buried in a shallow grave. So it's pretty clear
Ooh.
that for quite a bit of time, uh, her body was out in the sun somewhere.
Wow.
So that's pretty interesting.
What the hell did you do,
Um,
Barry?
right? What did he do? And I mean, after after the Harmony Montgomery case, I don't know if I will ever recover from the idea of moving remains.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
Oh,
But they
yeah.
can tell kind of also by where the bleaching is on the bones, the way that the body was positioned and stuff, and that it doesn't match where her body was found.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Where were her remains? How had he been moving them around? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I probably don't want to know. Probably
Probably
should
don't.
stop asking that question. But it is interesting. We're starting to see a little bit of the evidence kind of roll out
Yeah.
that they have against him. You know, there's some big things going on in Colorado. As you know, the James
Yeah.
Craig thing, the courts literally lied to the media about being able
Mm-hmm.
to live stream even the opening statements.
Yeah.
That was not allowed to happen, and I cannot find a full recording of those, at least the audio of those opening statements, anywhere. And that is the thing they said they were going to release.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they did, nobody's got them, and they are talking about doing similar things with the Barry Morphew trial.
The media needs to sue. They need to
That
sue and
is what
force them to
I told
follow
the
the
media
law.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I
By
don't
the
know if
way,
you guys,
yeah.
yeah, if you
Yes.
guys saw
Speak.
that. I posted it in our Discord. There's a video that has me plus some other people that she interviewed on a segment about what's going on with the James Craig trial and the courts, and a real shutout as far as being able to stream anything.
Yeah.
And then there was also an article. So that was 7 Denver. They're an ABC affiliate, and it's on their website. Courtroom Confidential Trials posted video of the opening. Really? Where? I looked everywhere today. I couldn't find it. We'll look for
Oh,
that,
we'll have to go
because we
look.
would like
Thank you,
to at least
Izzy.
do a thank you, Izzy. We'd like
Yeah.
to at least do a react to it. So I would really like to hear what the prosecutor has to say. I'd really like to hear what the defense has to say as well.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, 7 Denver, ABC affiliate. There's a link. There's a video on their YouTube channel, and then there's also on their website. There's an article, and I posted links to both of them in our Discord in the Cases in the News. If you want to see that, where they interviewed me and other people about the shutout
Mm-hmm.
in the James Craig trial. But we did discuss, it's not in the interview, but we did talk about that they're looking at doing the very same thing. Scott Reich has it also. See, what the hell is going on? That's public information. That should be public.
That is wild. All right. Well, we'll get it. Yes.
Yeah, we will get it. But anyway, go check that out if you want to. It was a good experience. But I told the media that I told the reporter that interviewed me that is what it took in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
That the media did some suing over the Daybell Vallow trials.
And things got better. Public access got better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Public access.
Okay. Well, speaking of James Craig, let's speak of James Craig.
Yeah.
Here he is, looking as douchey and disgusting as normal.
Wow.
Hi, James. You're gross. Long. Yeah. So, I guess that's what being in jail will do you for a minute. But so yesterday we're opening statements, and again we're still hoping to do a review or a react on those. But let's talk about what happened today. So today was the first full day, and so they came right out of the gate with Caitlin Romero. So Caitlin Romero worked with James Craig, and she was his office manager at his dental practice, and she's the one who he told her he would be receiving a package that they needed to not open and put on his desk. Well, when the package came and the package was marked for James Craig personal, a different employee didn't know that and opened it. It was also marked with a biohazard sticker.
Yeah.
And when they opened it up, they discovered that this had cyanide in it. So that was concerning because at the time, Angela was ill. And James Craig's wife, of course, Angela Craig. And Romero said on the stand that Craig had texted her that he didn't think that Angela would make it through the night. And she's standing there with cyanide in her hands that was sent to him.
Yeah.
So, very concerned about it. So then they get, Romero also told the jury that she looked up later what the symptoms would be because they were all like smelling a rat pretty early in their office.
Yeah.
So then we get Dr. Michelle Redfern on the stand. So Michelle is the wife of Dr. Ryan Redfern, who, of course, is a business partner or had been of James Craig. And the Craigs and the Redferns had been friends for a long time and knew each other. The men were in dental school together in Kansas City. You know, she and Angela had known each other for a long time and had been friends. Maybe not like best friends, but they were acquaintances and friends and spoke here and there and saw each other. So James had been texting her and kind of keeping her abreast of Angela's illness, sending updates from the hospital. And so on the day that Angela's vitals crash and things start looking really dire, Michelle gets a text from the dental staff, Romero, letting her know about that cyanide delivery. And she's like, holy shit. So she reaches out to her husband, Ryan, and says, hey, you need to let the hospital staff know. Because what if this is cyanide poisoning? And at that point, Angela was already brain dead. It was too late.
That's so sad. That's so sad that it was so close in time.
Yes. Yeah. It may have been too late anyway, but they tried. So after James Craig leaves the hospital, after Angela has passed, he has a phone call with the Redferns. And essentially, they said that James just talked in circles until he finally admitted that he had purchased the cyanide for Angela. Guys, he was helping her out because she was suicidal. So he was like, okay, do you want me to buy you some kind of terrible poison through my dental practice then? That's literally the answer.
Can you imagine that he thought anyone would buy that horse shit?
Apparently he did.
I'm suicidal. I want to die in an incredibly painful way. Get me some cyanide.
Right. So, of course, they're like, what? Why? Why would you buy it for her? And he said, it was a game of chicken.
What?
I am speechless. So
that is so fucked up.
She said that she had no idea that Angela was suicidal, if she indeed was. She said that was not something she ever thought was true. She also said that Angela was not a risk taker. So then the defense, of course, hits hard on how good of friends really were you, though? You know, we've heard this before.
Yeah.
And that Angela never responded to Dr. Redfern's last text when she learned she was sick. Oh, well, that says everything. I mean, you know, she was dying in the hospital,
Case
but okay.
Closed, innocent.
Yes. In a police report, Michelle Redfern had described her relationship with Angela as fringe, like a fringe friend that, you know, they weren't super close, but they were friends. The defense wanted to know if Angela had ever confided in her in any issues about their marriage. She said that she had not, but she sure wished that she would have. They wanted to know if Redfern had ever asked about those struggles, because these two had been kind of off and on and had been struggling for years. And she said she had not. She said, I did not want to make a bad situation worse, so she didn't. She said they hadn't spoken as frequently as they had in the past in the last while. But that's okay, you know. So then we have
Mormons, do you think?
I have no idea. I kind of wondered if they're not.
Yeah, I had wondered that as well.
Yeah. So then they get on the stand.
They would have seen each other more and known each other better if they would.
Yes,
exactly. I think that's a clue.
Mm-hmm. And that probably she may have confided a little more had that been the case. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we get an asset protection employee from King Soopers, who is providing receipts to law enforcement from a store in Aurora. These had been requested by detectives for 2 different dates, for March 8th and March 9th. These were for 2 different credit card purchases associated with who? James F. Craig.
Mm-hmm.
What did he buy? Only 19
Protein
packages
shake
of
stuff.
eye drops over 2 days.
No. Oh my God, you can buy that many at a
Yep,
time?
apparently.
Are people
Some of
not
them were
aware of
Kroger banned.
tetrahydrozoline poisoning? Holy
Yeah,
hell.
right? That something needs to be done about eye drops, honestly. This is happening
Right.
too
How
much.
many murders in the last few years?
Hmm.
Many.
So some of them were Kroger brand, some of them were Visine, but yes. Then we have the
Good Lord.
director of security investigations for UC Health, who tells the jury about 9 security videos that they provided to law enforcement from March 15th, 2023. That shows the movement of Angela Craig and her visitors, including James, in the hospital. And then I don't know that that really turned anything up. The synopsis I'm reading doesn't say that that was much of anything, but and then we have a
Mm-hmm.
woman on the stand whose job is to review mail coming in and out of the Arapahoe County Jail for criminal activity or contraband.
Oh boy.
And this is where we learn how absolutely stupid and or arrogant James Craig actually is, because in April of
Cherish in the
last
Cherish in the chat says, I've got rocks in my driveway smarter than he is. I think we're about to learn that that is the case.
I think that's true, because in April of last year, James sent a letter to an inmate who had been released, a former inmate, asking him to procure other people to pretend to be witnesses. And now they politely didn't say that in the synopsis I'm reading, but as you recall, he wasn't just asking for people, he was asking for hot women.
Yes. Hot women. That is
Hot women that
correct.
would be willing to come and lie on the stand. And you know what he was going to pay? Dental work. Dental work. He could
Well, that's
provide
tough to do when
money,
you're in prison.
and, well, he'd be out. He'd be out. All the hot women were going to come, and hot women with a messed up grill. And he was going to come and do their dental work as soon as he got released. Good
My
plan,
God.
James. Super good plan there, Jimmy boy. I like it. So, yeah, because he has some charges now from that too. The letter also had some advice for avoiding detection. Ironic. Using burner phones and fake IDs.
Sir,
Yes.
you are aware they read your mail, right?
Yes. Oh,
Right?
we do get there. He said, as well as a letter to the would be fake witness, this is where he details the roles for attractive female witnesses. And they were supposed to come and say that they knew Angela and that she offered to pay them to frame her husband for murder.
Oh my God.
But they can't be fugly, guys. They got to be cute.
You gotta be.
Yes.
Irene says, got summer teeth and a cute face? I can help you. Some are here, some are there. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my God. He's so dumb. He is so cooked that. James, why didn't you just plead and save your kids from this? Oh, I think I
Right.
know why. I think I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So that's all on that. We'll update you some more on that tomorrow on our Wednesday or our Thursday wrap up for the week. But in the meantime, I'll pull his ugly mug down because gross. And Kristi, why don't you talk to us about oh boy, Benjamin Naylor.
We first brought this story to you last week when, horrifyingly, communities not far from us had experienced a series of murders, 4 people murdered in a short period of time.
Yeah.
This is in Cassia County and Minidoka County, around the Burley, Idaho area. This man right here, Benjamin Naylor, has been arrested for all of them. What we're hearing is that Benjamin Naylor is seriously mentally ill and unmedicated. His poor family is absolutely heartbroken
Oh, his
over what has
daughters are just
happened here, and
horrified. Yeah.
issued public apologies to the families, and the families of the victims have come back and said, we get it, we're so sorry. They also feel like that if he gets, while he's incarcerated on medication, and gets back to reality, that he will be horrified about what he's done. So his charges are now showing up. In Cassia County, he is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. This case right here is stayed because they are seeking a competency hearing or a competency evaluation. And then in Minidoka County, he's charged with murder 1 times 2, plus use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a crime.
Yeah.
And that case is also stayed because they are seeking competency for him. And his attorneys are Jim Archibald and
John Thomas.
John Thomas, thank you. Old Jimmy and Johnny, you know, not the only ones we've got around here. So they were
Jim
of course,
John
Lori
combo.
Vallows. They were Lori Vallow's attorneys. They've been attorneys of several other murders that have occurred here in the last while. But anyway,
that
it is
guy up in Chalice that just killed that guy.
Yes,
They're his too. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll bet Jim Archibald and John Thomas, because John Thomas is still going through the process of being death penalty certified. That's why he keeps writing second chair. He might be there now.
Yeah, he might be.
I'll bet they wish somebody else would go through this process.
Yeah, we need some more in this community. Good hell. So that's just an incredibly sad situation. I don't know that we're going to report a whole lot more on it at this point. It's pretty clear what's happened here.
This is a case that I would bet you gets pleaded out.
Yeah, I think it probably will.
I can't imagine he's actually going to go to trial on that.
Be similar to Jeremy Best, I think, at this point.
Yes. Oh, and also Jeremy Best's attorneys.
Also, Jimmy and Johnny.
Oh, well, y'all remember this stinky old lady?
Jump scare.
There's a couple of things going on in Donna Adelson that are interesting. You know, Donna she's going to trial on August 19th. And the judge told both parties last Friday, listen to me. We're going to trial on August 19th. We are. Without question, I think that the earth would actually have to explode at its core in order to avoid going to trial on August 19th. But Donna's camp has said, we don't think that she can get a fair trial in Tallahassee. We think that we have to move out of county. And the judge is like, this is a big place. Are you really sure about that? So the judge is saying, and I don't know, Judge, like, you're only 4 weeks out. The judge is saying that he thinks that it's too soon to have that discussion. Is it?
Wow.
I guess.
That's interesting. Usually this discussion is had long before trial.
Right? But so they're kind of, we're waiting on that. We don't know if it's going to get moved or if it's not going to get moved. I just had an actual heart attack because Scott walked outside right past my office window and I nearly died. So I'm over here recovering.
Oh my gosh.
Don't know what that creep's doing out there. Yard work, but oh my God. I didn't expect that at all. But something else is happening that I think is kind of interesting. It doesn't necessarily affect Donna, but maybe it will. You know how sometimes the clerks of the courts cause a problem?
Well, yeah. Looking at you, old Becky Hill.
So Leon County Clerk Gwen Marshall has been reported to the Florida Supreme Court by the chief judge there and calling for administrative action or intervention due to neglect of duty. And so essentially they're saying that she's not getting shit done. She and her office are not getting things done. They're not getting things filed when they're supposed to, excessive delays, ongoing filing and docketing errors, inaccurate court records, with the potential to cause significant due process and or safety issues. Well,
oh my God.
Guess what case they mentioned? Donna's.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they have 2 high-profile cases right now. One is Phoenix Ickner. This is the Florida State University campus shooter. And the others is Donna Adelson. And both of those were mentioned in this letter.
Good Lord.
So in Adelson, the chief judge said, sensitive information sealed by the judge was erroneously made public publicly accessible by your staff in 2 instances, including one which the information was accessed and shared on YouTube the same day. That was probably by us, but
along with lots of other podcasters. But yeah, I mean, if it goes public, it goes public, man.
get it together. Are you
Right.
kidding me? So
Yeah.
we don't have any idea what will happen, if anything, from that, but I just had to share it because, hello, we don't need any more of this.
No, we do not.
Yeah.
What we need is for this woman to finally go the fuck to trial.
Mm-hmm. And
Hello.
straight to not pass go and go straight to prison because
Mhm.
Dan Markel
Straight to
deserves
jail and then
justice.
straight to hell. Yeah.
Yep.
Sandy, Sandy is incensed right now. She cannot believe this is happening. She's pacing. She's so concerned.
She hates Donna Adelson's face.
She's
So does
just
everyone.
that kind of
Sandy.
cat. She's a pacer. She does this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. How she is.
So, talk to us about the Travis Decker that wasn't.
This poor guy. Okay, so last week we talked to you about that there had been a potential sighting in the Sawtooth Mountains of Idaho of Travis Decker. And police were out looking everywhere, trying to figure out what the hell has that crazy guy made it clear to the Sawtooths in Idaho, because still have not found him.
Mm-mm.
Well, it turns out the answer is no to that. If you will take a look here, the man on the right is Travis Decker. The man on the left is not Travis Decker, but it is the guy that a woman saw him with his hair up in a ponytail, just sort of from the side on a road, and called the police and said, I think that could be him.
Mm-hmm.
News got back to this guy, news to him, that the police seem to be looking for him. His name is Nick, and he was, in fact, camping in that very place on the day that in question. There was a photo of him that was going around on the news, and he kind of went, oh, crap. Hello, police. Just so you know, not me. That is not me. My name is Nick. I didn't kill anybody. And
Poor
it was
Nick.
pretty disconcerting for him. He said, I was like, oh my God, they think I was that guy. He was questioned, he said, very politely, but for quite some time by authorities to confirm that he, in fact, was not Travis Decker and has never been Travis Decker and most definitely did not kill anyone. Yeah. So really scary to him. He was like pretty shaken by it. But as it turns out, no, Travis Decker has not been spotted near Caldwell or anywhere in Idaho at all. So I know when you look at him side by side, you're like, what? But beard. He had his hair in the back in a ponytail, so it's a little longer like Travis Decker's is. Mm-hmm. From far away, it's darker, darker eyes. It's not exactly, he's definitely not the same, but you can kind of see it. But thank heavens for Nick, that he cleared that up with the cops before anybody tried to arrest him for being Travis Decker.
Right, Irene? See something, say something, though, right? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It definitely, you should, because what if you had seen him and didn't say anything and it was him? So it was okay. But this guy was like, holy crap, I never really thought that could happen to me.
Well, didn't he also say he had heard the Travis Decker rumor before he realized they thought it was him? And he was like, oh my God, we could have been camping near a murderer.
That he looked like him. Yes. He's like, we've been camping right by that guy. And then he sees the picture going around of the Travis Decker. And he's like, oh no. His friends are like, dude, that's you. He's like, oh no, that's me. Funny.
Oh boy.
Glad all was well, in that situation.
For sure. And Cherish, I'm with you. I think Travis Decker is long gone. I think he killed himself.
Then
they just haven't found him yet.
Somewhere, and I do too.
There
have been some maybe sightings of him. Nothing has ever panned out of any of it. He's dead.
I don't
really.
know. I agree. He's gone. There was a lot of talk from both sides of the Karen Reed trial. You know,
Mm-hmm.
lots of people thought she was innocent. Some people thought she was guilty. The people who thought she was guilty were super angry at the end of the trial. Like, there's the podcaster that's has charges over this. Turtle Boy,
Yeah.
I think is his name. Like, there's been a
Yes.
lot of stuff, a ton of drama around this case. I mean, law enforcement officers have lost their jobs. It's been a big thing, right?
Yes, it has.
Well, it's even bigger because a juror from the grand jury was arrested and charged for violating grand jury secrecy.
Good Lord.
Her name is Jessica Leslie. She is pleading guilty to federal criminal contempt for leaking sealed grand jury information, including witness names and testimony.
Good Lord.
Her plea deal includes a 1-day prison sentence deemed already served and 24 months of supervised release. Yeah.
Look,
So
lady,
all these guys
ain't
that
nobody
were
want there to be a third Karen Reed trial, all right?
right. There cannot be a third Karen Reed trial.
No.
Yeah. The true crime
There
community cannot do it.
Well, and poor Karen Reed shouldn't have to do it.
No.
But yeah, what the hell? I mean,
No.
apparently they didn't see it as a reason to affect the trial, but this
But
person
she did talk.
broke
But who did
some
she talk
major
to?
law. Yeah, who did she release this information to?
Was it a podcaster? Who did she talk to and squeal to? That squealed on her, obviously, because she
Right.
caught a charge. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Now, hear me correctly. This was the grand jury, not the trial
Yes.
jury. The grand
Yes,
jury.
the grand jury, the jury that indicted her.
Yeah. So it didn't affect her trial, though, did it or didn't it? Probably not, but at any rate, so yeah, that happened. The whole Karen Reed thing is so full of this kind of stuff that if there's not a Becky Hill clerk in the middle of this too, I'll be surprised. No, I'm kidding.
God, I hope not.
Not implicating any clerks, no. But this has just been one thing after another after another. Speaking of which, talk to us about the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, there's some new things happening. So, of course, here are the Menendez brothers. If you're a 90s kid, you know who we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So a judge has gotten involved, and they have ordered prosecutors to show cause as to why the brothers should not be entitled to habeas corpus relief. He's threatening potentially to overturn their actual convictions, and has given the prosecutor's office 30 days to show cause as to why the brothers should not be entitled to habeas corpus relief. As we know, they are currently eligible for parole now because of the last court action that was taken. And the parole hearings are supposed to be coming up a little bit later this summer, but this judge is like, I think you probably ought to just vacate their convictions and let them go.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is very interesting.
Yeah.
So we know that Judge William Ryan found that Eric and Lyle made a prima facie showing of their entitlement to habeas corpus relief. So he issued an order for the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Sex Crimes Division to show cause as to why the petitioners should not be granted relief, which is pretty interesting because if you remember, the DA in Los Angeles County is new. This all got slowed down because there was an election and the previous DA lost their seat. New DA came in. That he has been opposed to habeas corpus relief and didn't feel like some of the evidence, like Eric's letter about the abuse and stuff like that, was credible. So they were resentenced, as we know, in May to 50 years to life in prison. It made them immediately eligible for parole, and they do have parole hearings coming up in August. But right about that time, this judge could actually grant them habeas corpus relief, which I think is interesting.
Wow.
Um, Governor Gavin Newsom had also been approached about clemency, but he says he just wants to wait and see what the parole board does.
Mm-hmm.
But this other judge is now getting in the middle of it, like, well, maybe
Why?
we should just vacate these convictions and let these men out of prison.
Yeah.
So very interesting about that situation. So obviously there are multiple ways in which these guys could be released by the end of the summer.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, it is. I think it's time.
Yep, for
time.
sure. Well, Paula, I love that. She said, shout out to our local fire departments for volunteering to cover shifts for the North Idaho firefighters to attend funerals this week. Remember, we had firefighters that were murdered in gunfire during a brush fire. There were so many volunteers that they had to draw names to decide who got to go. That's really sweet.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
The firefighter that survived has had to be moved to another hospital, another specialized hospital. Their injuries are very, very grave.
Yeah.
And they're still really fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's been some chaos in California.
What?
The police are angry. They're quite angry. Apparently, some people found at a bus stop this item right here, which looks terrifying. I'll give you that, and
granted,
judging
Ed
by
vibes all day.
The ceramics business that my husband has just started, I get it. Horror, people like it. Some people. But some people didn't. And the police thought that this teddy bear was made from human skin. And they were pretty upset about it, as you do, right? So this was in Victorville. They have now, they took it to the coroner, who did investigate, and they decided that, in fact, no, it is not made from human origin. The object was not human and contained no human tissue, said the statement from the coroner. Our investigation found these dolls being sold on a website with the claim that the dolls are made of human skin. Well, yeah, it's a guy on Etsy who's, selling these gross dolls. So the police are pissed. They're mad because this guy left this here on the bus stop bench apparently to cause chaos. And so they say incidents such as this take up valuable emergency resources and put the public at risk, possibly delaying response time to legitimate calls for service. So,
guys,
I think they're mad that they got spoofed, is all I can guess.
I guess because it's made of latex.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to touch that, it doesn't feel like skin. It feels like latex. Also, if that were made of human tissue, it would be rotting and it would smell horrible.
Yeah.
And it didn't. I think they're protesting a bit too much. I think they might be a little embarrassed.
I think they've hurt their own feelings. Yes.
Yes.
But also, ay caramba. Yikes.
Yeah. Right? Latex doesn't feel like skin.
No.
My first thought was, if that thing doesn't smell like decomposition, hello?
Mm-hmm. Do you think the coroner was like, the hell? you think this is what?
Yes. He was immediately like, well, that's not my job.
Oh my gosh. Well, one other thing happened in Germany. There was some things that came through customs that were supposed to be snack cakes, sponge cakes. They said they didn't smell like sponge cakes, but they had a strong smell.
See? Use the nose.
Yeah. What did they... No, I don't want to know. This is what they were. They were tarantulas! all of
Oh
these
my God.
tarantulas in these little
Oh no.
containers. What did they smell? Oh, I don't stop talking about it. I don't know. Um, they
I I have no idea.
this was about 15 pounds of tarantulas.
Oh my God.
Yep. A customs official from this that happened at Kalan Bon Airport, and they said that this had arrived from Vietnam. They said that they are regularly surprised by the contents of prohibited packages from all over the world, but the fact that they found about 1,500 small plastic containers containing young tarantulas left the most experienced of them speechless.
Is
Yeah,
Vietnam trying to invade us through snack cake boxes, possibly?
I don't know.
What kind of tarantulas are these?
I don't know. Unfortunately, many of them were deceased, and that's probably where the smell came from. This is
Oh,
animal abuse.
that's
All of
sad.
this,
Yes,
it
it is.
is. Yeah. Even if you don't like spiders, this is abuse. Yeah.
Is there a market for these things? Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a strong stomach, look
Mm-hmm.
up Venom Man on TikTok. I think he's also on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I watch his videos sometimes like this.
Mm.
It's very interesting. But he does collect and sell all different kinds of snakes and spiders and millipedes and centipedes. And,
Mm-hmm.
like he has a black mamba, one of the most poisonous
Oh,
snakes
sure.
on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah.
he has one of those. I don't want one. At one point, he had a whole bunch of baby black widow spiders get loose in his house, and so they were just everywhere in his
Oh,
house, and he
yikes.
was slowly, gently catching them and putting them in a container thing, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not
So
scared at all of spiders, at all, or of tarantulas. But, well, so we had a cousin growing up, our cousin Eric, who
yeah,
was like a brother to us. But you remember, we
yes,
didn't have brothers. So these boy cousins of ours were like, they were the ones who teased us and pulled our hair and pulled bullshit pranks on us and stuff, right?
yeah.
So Eric he had a litany of weird animals. Like he always had snakes and spiders and lizards and all kinds of stuff. And they were
Hmm.
all called uh, Leroy
Leroy.
in some pronunciation. There was Leroy and Leroy and Leroy, and there was a lot of Leroys. Well,
Hmm.
Leroy the spider, he had a tarantula. And one thing that Eric was always trying to do was make us be tougher
Yeah,
than we were. And so he
yeah.
said that if you were really tough, you'd let Leroy walk on your face. And we had both let Leroy walk on our hands. So he made us lay on the floor and let Leroy walk across our face. And while Kristi had Leroy walking across her face, he stopped walking and just sat there. And so she said, "What happens if he stops walking?" And Eric said, "That's when he bites." And that's when Leroy learned how to fly.
Yeah. Oh my God, it gave me a heart attack. No, it did not make me like spiders. That's for sure.
I'll never
Another
forget it.
another of Eric's Leroy's was a lizard that he was holding,
Yes.
and the lizard kept turning and looking at me, and I'm like, he's gonna jump on me, and he's like, oh, he isn't, and he kept looking at me, and then he just jumped across the room and he landed on my freaking face. Just landed on my face. My dad, he was standing next to me, and he shrieked and ran across the room. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot. I'm just standing here with this lizard. Its tail's like hanging across my eye, I'm like, get this thing off of me. What the hell? That was after the spider incident. So yeah, not a fan.
Leroy, good times.
I did have a cat for a long time named Leroy, though, in honor.
In
Because
honor.
Eric
Yeah.
was killed in a car accident when we were 17.
Hmm.
So now I did have not a snake or a spider or anything insane, just a cat
Just a
named
cat.
Leroy.
When he was cool. Yeah.
He was
He
the
was
best.
cool. Yeah.
He lived to be 15.
Hmm. So yeah, I mean, like we're cool. We're cool with tarantulas. I'm cool with tarantulas.
I am not cool with tarantulas.
If you've ever had a tarantula walk on you, though, their toenails are really, really fine, and so they kind of go into your pores. So it's a
Yeah,
really
I
different
can still
experience
remember
to
what it
feel
felt
them
like.
walking across you. Yeah,
Yeah.
particularly your sensitive face, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tickly because they've got the hairs too.
Oh yeah, the hairs too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, don't be doing that. So what's
Mm-mm.
happening now, though, in Germany is the recipient, the person who is supposed to receive these, is catching a charge for that because they were
Yeah.
receiving these, and for what purpose? To grow them up and sell them, I'm sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
But that's
Yep.
really sad that most of them had died because they weren't in correct conditions. Venom Man will teach you all about how they
Mm-hmm.
have to be packed to be shipped safely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
When
really
you talk
sad.
about Venom Man, it made me think about Liver King. Are you guys
Oh,
familiar with Liver King? It's like Tiger King, only just as creepy.
way
Uh,
grosser.
Liver King is this guy that's like he does like a carnivore diet and eats mostly only liver,
Liver.
and other organ meats, and he's like a bodybuilder trainer, you know, teaches other men to be manlier men kind of thing.
Ooh.
And he's had this big beef with Joe Rogan. No pun intended, but there it was. And he actually just got arrested last week for violating the terms of his restraining order because he won't leave Joe
Well,
Rogan alone.
he's trying to make Joe Rogan fight him.
Yes, he's trying to make
So
Joe Rogan
funny.
fight him.
And Joe Rogan's like, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
This
But
guy
now
will
it's
not
turned
let me
into like
go.
harassment and threatening. Yeah. And so, yeah, Liver King caught a charge, or I think he'd already caught a charge, but he got in more trouble. But at any rate, if you're ever curious about one of the craziest guys on the internet, go check out Liver King because you'll find him.
Tall Red says liver worst, but not king. Correct.
For sure. Yikes. Well, that's what we've got. But tonight is the watch party, so we needed to make sure that you know.
Yes. We are going to be watching on Netflix, of course, the Cold Case, the Tylenol Murders, episode 1. So this is a new documentary. It's actually 3 parts. I watched the whole thing today. It's really good. But it is a new documentary about the Tylenol murders. And I learned a whole bunch of stuff I didn't know. Really about how very unsolved this still is, and about how there really are some questions around Johnson & Johnson around it, and a bunch of other stuff that was really interesting. So we're going to watch the first episode. And yeah, so I've already sent the link out over on Buy Me a Coffee. That's our Buy Me a Coffee subscription. That's what you get is the Tyler. You don't get the Tylenol murders. You get the watch party. And the link is over there. As you remember, you will watch the show on your device just as we will watch it on ours. And we will just have a live chat open where we will be discussing the show as we're watching it together.
Mm-hmm.
And that starts at 7:15 Mountain, which is 15 minutes from now.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. So again, yeah, just go to truecrimesquad.com and you'll see the link there to join the Buy Me a Coffee, and you can, join that. And if you join late, like now, we'll still send out the link. So don't worry.
Yeah, I always send the link out a second time right after or right before, just in case. So yeah, if you go to Buy Me a Coffee and join our just join our membership there, it's $2.
No child left behind. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll never want to take Tylenol again after you watch this. Kind of did that to me. I can't take NSAIDs, so that's all I take if I'm going to take something. So
right, me too. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh well. Sometimes it's worth it. Alrighty. Well, we'll see those of you that watch party. We'll see you over there in a few minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Mountain Daylight Time, for our last episode of the week. Please take great care of yourselves and touch some grass and do things that aren't true crime, and do some things that are true. Don't do crime. Don't do crime.
Don't do crime. Yeah, that's good. We don't want to make you a story on the show. We don't.
But if we have to, we will write a song about you. You need to know that right now.
We will.
All righty, guys. Take care. Have a good night. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.